maybe you can share some insights about maybe what you've done when you were market making. And I know you were more in the kind of like treasury space, but maybe it's interesting to understand the things that you were looking for and, how you were planning your day as a market maker. I think that could be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to share what I can. I guess specific to futures, one thing to consider is, I guess, what is market making? Like, to me, by definition, it's quite simple. I'm just going to show you two prices, right? I might have some alpha that wants me to trade a certain, on the bid or on the ask at any given time. I'm going to show you the price closest to mid that I want to trade, right? So, and I'm going to charge you some bid offer for the one that I don't necessarily want as much, right? Within reason and still in a competitive market. Market makers, like, their business is to collect bid offer and exhaust risk and pass it around, right? Like, they don't want to hold this stuff. So, like, leading into events, if you're truly market making and not taking proprietary positions, you should expect them not to want to hold anything, right? Like, during a risk event, you want to charge more. You almost don't want to encourage trading, right? So, I mean, you do at a price, but it has to be the right price. So, like, if you're trading, at a penny wide, you might in equities or anything else. But if you're trading at a penny wide, you might widen out a little bit during that event, right? Because that instant volatility could potentially be costly, right? So by definition, market makers don't really want to hold these things. It doesn't mean that they don't, because they do have to exhaust it, right? They get filled in a big position. They need to skew their book and then start to show a more favorable, bid or ask, depending on the side of the trade they're on, right? Like, just to exhaust it. So they want to transfer that risk out into the marketplace through subsequent trades. But they shouldn't be really taking a market making position on any event. It doesn't mean they won't get stuck with the position, but they're not leaning into it, as opposed to a proprietary firm, right? Like, they might want to express that risk depending on what's going to happen, right? And then ties closer to, a lot of what you guys see and what you guys are doing, right? You guys are trying to trade those events. So yeah.
The goal of our model is really to look at similar to what you do with your strategy. We are trying to use the same approach used by quant firms to extract alpha or insights from a data set, which is very available, but it's very hard sometimes to manage, which is the option data. We also look at options on futures, which is a key driver of our business. And basically, we're trying to extract, similar to what a quant fund would look at that data, like, how can we predict where the price could go tomorrow, or how can we predict if the price should stay within a range in the next 20 days, so that you can actually use options that are non-directional, flexible instrument where you can make money not only if the market goes up or down, but also if the market stays in the range. So this is kind of like the goal of what we do. So we build quant models for that, and we also monitor closely what market makers might do when they are trying to hedge. So when the volatility increases, like, what's going to happen to those events, and how is the liquidity changing? So market positioning and stuff.
Right. Yeah.